City. Delirium around the Vicente Calderón Stadium. A hurricane! Brilliant! This will send waves right around Europe. Sensational! Goal! You don't save those! Out of this world!
Yes, the Stars are out in the capital tonight for the climax of this La Liga weekend. These two faced each other a record 8 times last season. Real won just one, the most recent, but they were thumped 4-0 here last time out in the league. It is always a frenetic and feisty affair. Atletico against Real in the Madrid derby, live for you right here on Sky Sports 1. Well, Villarreal have just lost to Levante by 1-0, but they stay top of La Liga for now at least. Barcelona could have gone top yesterday. They were beaten 2-1 by Sevilla though. Atletico Madrid currently sit in 5th. Rafa Benitez's Real do have the chance tonight to leapfrog everybody else and end week 7 in pole position. Yes, Barcelona's defeat yesterday has given added incentive to these two in what was already a mouth-watering matchup in Madrid this evening. Joining me tonight, I'm delighted to welcome former Real Madrid assistant coach Paul Clement alongside Gaizka Mendieta. Welcome to you two guys. Paul, of course, as we just said, it's a fixture you know very well indeed. You lived through 8 of these last season. What is the buzz like, the atmosphere like surrounding the game, and what's the pressure on the players and the coaches as well coming in, and how does that potentially affect your game?
Well, first of all, it's one of the world, big derby games, and I was fortunate in my 2 years there to encounter 13 of these games. As you said, 8 last year, which is phenomenal, really, that you can play one team 8 times. Fiercely contested, 2 very different styles, and obviously the city comes together in either the Bernabeu or the Calderón for fantastic atmosphere.
Real Madrid only managed to win one of those 8 matches last season. Why do you think Carlo Ancelotti struggled to get the better of Atletico last season? Well,
we had some highs against Atletico. In the first year, the Champions League victory in Lisbon, but it was tough last year. I think a big bogey side for Madrid, and over the 8 games, we just couldn't seem to break them down. But fortunately, we got our big victory in the Champions League quarter-final, and that enabled us to progress to the semi against Juventus.
Playing at home tonight, Gaizka, is this the biggest game of the year for Atletico of the season?
I think for Atletico always is, because although it changed from 2013 when they beat Real Madrid in the Cup, that changed. Always Atletico Madrid was the underdog, always look up to Madrid and always trying to be the bigger team in the city. I think that at least the mentality is changing in Atletico Madrid. They've won titles, they've challenged Real Madrid, especially in the last few seasons. And playing at home, they have to be strong. And we look at the team, I think Cholo Simeone is putting a team together to be able to control the game, to attack Real Madrid and trying to win this game.
You talk about how the mentality of the team has changed. That seems to have happened since Diego Simeone took charge. What have you seen in the progression of Atletico under him? How has the style changed, and what does he give the side?
Well, they're a very, very strong team. Defensively, very well organised, strong, robust and aggressive. During the time that I was in Madrid, they scored an incredible amount of goals from set plays. I think they were up to like 62-63% of their goals were coming from dead ball situations, which is very high. And they play with a lot of passion, which comes from their manager.
You're just seeing the Real Madrid lineup there. 3 changes from the Champions League win against Malmo. There were a number of injuries that we had been, injured players that we had been expecting back. Ramos is actually the only one who's made it into that starting lineup. Danilo not fit enough. James has injured himself again, just tweaked his right hamstring, so he's not in either. Bale, though, is on the bench. The big question, will we see him back in the starting, back in the lineup at some point during this game, back in that central role potentially? Of course, Rafa Benitez is quite a different character to Diego Simeone. He also doesn't enjoy the same popularity with his fans, at least right now, nor with the media, it seems. What kind of personality does it take to succeed at Real Madrid?
Well, you have to be a very strong personality, both as the coach, but also as a player. I mean, there's an incredible amount of pressure placed on the team to win trophies, but also to win every game and to play well in every game.
All right, we'll talk more after the first half. Let me hand you over to your commentary team for now. Terry Gibson and Rob Palmer.
Well, not just any derby. This is for the capital gain in Spain. If Real Madrid win, then they take control of La Liga after the 7th round of games. If Atletico are successful again against their grand old rivals, they will move above Real Madrid into joint second place with Barcelona. It's always a worthy game, but this has been worthy of a cup final in the last couple of years. Atletico winning the Copa del Rey in 2013. Last year, 2014, of course. Real Madrid beat Atletico in the Champions League final. There's always a premium on this game, and tonight, Terry, is no exception.
It certainly is, and the Atletic Madrid team who are licking their wounds after a couple of defeats. It'll be interesting to see the reaction. Of course, they have such a good record against Real Madrid in the last couple of seasons. I think Rafa Benitez will be delighted to have Sergio Ramos back in his lineup in a game like this. Interesting selection, seeing Casemiro playing in midfield as well for Real Madrid.
Casemiro is the surprise selection for Real. For Atletico, the surprise is Correa starting, the youngster who has taken the eye when he's been given valuable playing time this season. There's Modric. Marcelo hit hard by Juan Fran. We saw the odd skirmish in the Merseyside derby today. This, of course, will be no exception. A handful of Real Madrid supporters have made it into Vicente Calderón Stadium, but it is a sea of red, white and blue. It's always noisy here, but it's the particularly noisy neighbours tonight. Here's Marcelo, looking to free Luka Modric, chased all the way by Jimenez, and Ronaldo, a head above the crowd. You can tell it's him by the crowd's reaction.
And just which position is Ronaldo playing in? We identify him normally as starting on the left side of attack, but it's Modric making progress down the left, crossing into the box. Of course, Ronaldo on the end of that cross from Luka Modric.
Diego Simeone didn't go off to a good start against Real Madrid. He lost his first 3 games against them. But at one point, Atletico hadn't beaten Real in a 14-year period. It was 25 matches. But it has been payback. Last year, Real beat Atletico only once in the 8 games they played against each other in the various competitions. It was tight in the Champions League quarter-finals. 0-0 here. Real winning by a single goal at the Bernabeu. Here's Juan Fran. It's only October, isn't it? And then Ronaldo gets the ball, it feels like pantomime season. Casemiro, back to Carvajal. Benzema, full-blooded as always. Here's Antoine Griezmann, the golden boy of Atletico Madrid. Juan Fran, once a Real Madrid player. Made a handful of appearances in all white, but in those days he was a right winger. And of course it is the second coming of Fernando Torres. Juan Fran misses out Torres. Ramos. Marcelo. Benzema. Traced every step of the way by Godin. He's waited a long time to manage this match. Rafa Benitez, the Madrid-born manager of Real Madrid, came through the boot room. He's been around the houses, but he's the big man in the White House. Felipe Luis puts in the cross. Atletico players slipping and sliding. It was the busy Correa who slid in there.
There's the 2 youngsters involved, Oliver Torres and Angel Correa. It's good movement, it's versatile play from the attacking players, from the wide players of Atletico Madrid. I think Torres is operating down the left, Correa on the right, but they're both combined. They're in pretty much the centre of attack, just to shake things up with the Real Madrid back four.
And Simeone is surely one of the most sought-after managers in world football. He doesn't go on reputations, he doesn't go on price tags. He goes on what he sees on the training ground and what he believes. If he went on reputations and price tags, then he may have selected some of the players that the club signed in the summer. They spent 144 million euros. They brought in 8 players. There are no new faces in the team, but there are 2 20-year-olds in Correa and Oliver Torres. It's a little tester from Ramos to goalkeeper Navas. Navas playing a very dangerous game. The pathetic counter on is no place to daydream, is it?
No, he should have plenty of time to deal with this pass back from Marcelo. Complains about the challenge from Griezmann. Comes back to Navas, put under pressure.
Here's Varane. Benzema chasing. Oblak comes out of his area. Some testing moments for both goalkeepers in the opening minutes of this game. Now it's Carvajal. Ball in there. Benzema can't get there. Godin stretches. Well, it's pretty much what we expected. Marcelo's cross over everybody. Drus with the shot. Cry of handball. Cool-headed referee Undiana ignores the questions being asked of him by the Real Madrid players.
Fantastic cross from Carvajal. Excellent defending from Diego Godin. Stretch, managed to get across in front of Benzema and Ronaldo. He's playing as a striker alongside Benzema. Modric is playing slightly to the left of Casemiro and Toni Kroos, and Isco on the right. So a slight change from the usual formation that we've seen under Rafa Benitez so far.
Benzema. Modric. Full of life in midfield. Isco. Carvajal teases the ball in. Benzema lets it go. Maybe there's a call from Marcelo. That's the striker, Griezmann, getting stuck in. Ramos. Carvajal. And Isco combining on the far side. 2 of the 3 Real Madrid players included in the Spain squad for the games against Luxembourg and Ukraine next week. Ramos is the other. Marcelo. Easy header for Thiago. Helped away.
There's no one up the pitch, Rob. All 10 back for Atletico Madrid. Good spell from Real Madrid. They're moving the ball about quickly under real pressure. It's excellent closing down from Atletico. But you have to admire the skill level of the Real Madrid players. Popping it about, 1-touch, 2-touch stuff. And playing on the front foot.
The ball in. Benzema! Gets Real Madrid off to a flyer. To the point and accurate.
And just to reiterate, it's a brilliant start from Real Madrid. They've been handed the initiative by Simeone and Atletico Madrid. Everybody back behind the ball. When they cleared the last attack from Real Madrid, just came straight back again. And it's the second excellent cross in the game so far from Dani Carvajal. And there's no stopping the header from Benzema. Ronaldo, Benzema. It's a duo up front for Real Madrid. As the cross comes in, plenty of work for Benzema to do. He has to get the accuracy, he has to get the power to beat Oblak. And he does exactly that. But great attacking play from Real Madrid, pushing the full-backs forward. Atletico been paid, made to suffer.
Well, it doesn't have a great record against Atletico Madrid. It's only his 3rd goal in 21 matches against them. But it was gobbled up by the French international striker. Godin. Here's Modric. Atletico, of course, come into this game on the back of defeats against Villarreal in the league and Benfica in the Champions League. If they conceded in a game this season, they've gone on to lose that game this season.
for handball against Thiago.
Well, it can't be given if you need a magnifying glass to see it. Felipe Luis to Thiago. Got in. Simeone not one to panic. Here's an emotional Manning. Of course, got into disciplinary trouble after the Champions League final. Was sent off as a player against Real Madrid as well. Good ball through. Better this. And the first chance of the evening for Atletico Madrid, and it's the lively Correa who's showing no nerves on his Madrid derby debut.
And showing plenty of talent as well. Slightly fortunate initially, but then once it works the little 1-2, good control. Just unfortunately for him, and Atletico drags it across the far post.
Jimenez takes out the insurance policy. Ronaldo. It appeared to come off Juan latterly. That's the argument being put by Cristiano Ronaldo.
So cut out, close control. Just curls the ball wide at the far post. Good little give and go with Oliver Torres. Good return pass from the Atletico Madrid midfield player.
Well, he may be unheard of to a wider audience, but those who know their youth football will have marked the card. Valgel Correa is the captain of the Argentina under-20 side. Came in from San Lorenzo. Summer before last, but last year he had to have a heart surgery, ruled him out. But he's back and he's bouncing. Ramos. Navas clears the ball. Interesting, isn't it? Cristiano Ronaldo in the headlines this week when he scored those 2 goals this week against Malmo in the Champions League. Hardly mentioned so far. It's very rare that he's in the shadows in this particular fixture.
Benzema has been an important player, isn't he? In great form for Real Madrid this season. Some important goals.
Got in. Felipe Luis. Now Thiago. Griezmann. Casemiro digging in. Marcelo finds the escape route. Chase that, he says, to Benzema. All Black sauntering to the edge of his area. Gavi. Ramos was driving in there, showing no signs of rust. Sergio Ramos is his 450th game today. Now Correa. Torres holds his line. Correa going for it again. It's a one-man operation creatively at the moment from Atletico Madrid.
I think we're watching the beginning of what's going to be a really special career from a special player. He's received that pass. His courage in wanting the ball when he's tightly marked as well against illustrious names that Real Madrid have. He's playing with no fear. Very skillful players, that ability to beat defenders.
Well, he's been selected ahead of Jackson Martinez, who costs 35 million euros. Luciano Vieto came from Villarreal for 20 million. But it's the kid Correa who's giving support to Torres, and here is Griezmann in a strangely withdrawn role. Van Fran to Antoine Griezmann. You can sense the expectancy when the ball landed at his feet from the home supporters. Neat ball to Cristiano Ronaldo. Into a mist of booze. Flips it over the top, or maybe even Ronaldo was affected by the cries from the Atletico supporters.
He takes up a good position. He knew that Juan Fran had pushed forward. Ronaldo just went and crept into that space. Drags the central defenders out wide, and of course Real Madrid with a goal ahead can play that counter-attack football. He'll not give it across to Isco.
Jimenez. Thiago. Atletico conceding the early goal, but their tactics appear to be unchanged. It's a neat, passing, conservative style of football. Juan Fran's cross comes off the head of Fernando Torres. Now Carvajal.
It's fascinating to watch the difference in the mentality of the two teams in what has only been 16 minutes played. Real Madrid come out firing on all cylinders, get the first goal of the game, and Atletico Madrid then start responding. Real Madrid, it's their turn to drop deep.
There's Benzema. Ankles clipped by Oliver Torres, and there was no sympathy from Jimenez, who fired the ball at Benzema.
Well, it is a cynical foul. A cynical piece of play from Jimenez as well.
The first yellow card of the game to Gavi. One of two Madrid-born players in the Atletico team. In Fernando Torres. For Real, in the starting 11, there's only Dani Carvajal who can claim to come from the city. It was a very strange interception there from Gotti. It looked like handball.
I think that much agrees with you, Robin. I certainly do. They caught it. Misjudged the flight of the clearance. Jumped too early.
Toni Kroos. Modric. Now Marcelo. Benzema. Casemiro throwing the ball to Isco. Carvajal is the backup man. There's Casemiro as the stay-at-home midfield man. A handful of caps for Brazil. Came to Real as a youngster last season. He was loaned out to Porto to gain some valuable experience. Marcelo. Modric. Ronaldo. There's Modric down the blind alley. And finds Isco. Isco looking for Marcelo. Black. Rather spoons his clearance. Knocked on by Gavi. Correa. Involved with Casemiro. Ramos. Easy for Juan Fran. Antoine Griezmann. It's a poor pass. Toni Kroos. You can see there's an urgency about Real Madrid. As soon as they get the ball in the middle third, even, the word appears to be to get it forward as quickly as possible. They go back to their own third, and Ramos gives it away. Now, Fernando Torres in familiar territory. He takes his time. Doesn't have the starburst of years gone by, and the referee has given a penalty. Sergio Ramos dives in on Thiago. Yellow card and penalty, the punishment.
It's a punishment for some slack possession play by Real Madrid. Complacent. As Angel cut her out, initially makes that initial surge to go and close down. That releases Torres, and Ramos gets back quite easily. And turns away, thinks he's out of trouble. And surprise, surprise, the veteran midfield player, Thiago, backing up Fernando Torres. Making a really good run from midfield. It's in the box. Thiago knows once he gets the touch, he can see that Ramos is committed to a challenge. Torres was never going to run away from Varane. Ramos clears up and makes a real mess of it.
Simeone can barely watch. Griezmann looks cool and focused. Antoine Griezmann is denied by a brilliant save by Keylor Navas. He's emerging as a Bernabeu hero, the successor to Casillas. Is a firm favourite with the Real supporters. With saves like that, you can see why.
It's no surprise to regular viewers. We've seen him do it on many occasions, but in a game of this magnitude, Sergio Ramos mightily relieved.
It's his second penalty save of the season. Kept on out against Betis as well. But for about the last 3 seasons, there's been headlines and question marks about Iker Casillas. It's been a bit of a capital soap opera. He moved on. Keylor Navas came in. Didn't know where he was going to go, did he, in the summer? But he's been given the gloves. And he's having an exceptional season. 8 clean sheets in his last 12 games with Real Madrid. This season so far, they've only conceded 1 goal. In parts, it's down to his brilliance. There is Griezmann. He's the kind of player who won't go into a sulk. He's the kind of player who'll go looking for a chance to make up for his penalty opportunity.
It's definitely that type of personality. It's a big miss, it's a crucial miss. An improvement in the performance levels from Atletico, pressing higher up the pitch.
Referee saw that as a high boot from Juan Fran.
I think he's right. I don't think Juan Fran is in a position to win that.
Benzema. Ronaldo to Marcelo. Toni Kroos miscontrols. Casemiro. Is Casemiro in there, do you think, as an extra line of security, with Ramos having been out for a large number of games?
I think I'd have been surprised if both Ramos and Bale had started. I'm slightly surprised that Casemiro is playing ahead of Kovacic.
Safety first from Rafa.
It's easy for us to assume that, isn't it? They're playing well, though. Complacency to allow the opportunity for Atletico from the penalty apart. Been good in possession.
There's Ronaldo. Interception from Jimenez. Juan Fran. Thiago won the penalty to Felipe Luis. Atletico made only one change from a loss against Benfica in the Champions League. Signs of tiredness, though. Their style is perpetual motion. Carvajal. It wasn't a bad penalty. It was a brilliant save.
Oh no, all the credit goes down to the goalkeeper. He's hit with power as well from Griezmann.
Well, he's got to Real Madrid the hard way, the Costa Rican keeper. Started at Albacete in Spain. Benzema. Isco readjusts. Cruz to Modric. Now Isco. Carvajal. Casemiro. Modric has been very much the go-to man. Benzema are in there. So far, Cristiano Ronaldo's been blotted out of the game. Isco. Ronaldo. It's like it's one of those periods in the game where Simeone tells his players just to sit back and conserve. Get 8-9 bodies behind the ball. Pull up the fences. Ramos to Modric. Casemiro. Still a bit of patience there. Griezmann weaves inside. Had a reception committee of 4, but he still squirms away with the ball for the speed of Varane to get across and crunch his French international colleague.
There's the French 100-metre championships there, wasn't it? Down the right wing. Quick players from both teams. Good play from Griezmann, good defending from Varane as well.
Well, we know of their danger from set-piece routines, Atletico Madrid. They have some weighty players in there, finely cut players. Gavi takes. Correa across. And 3 yards away from goal, deep inside the 6. Benzema. Had it crept out of play? Yeah.
I didn't think it had. I'm still not sure. Hold of the ball.
I think from where the linesman was. All he can see is boots. He guessed. He did have assistance from Simeone, though, who's offering him a bit of advice. Going to be offering a bit of advice here, and the referee has a tough call to make. The ball was there to be won. Casemiro comes off worse in a challenge with Correa. I think that's best described as meaty.
Talks about his other talents that are evident, Correa. He can look after himself. Studs are up. We're going to see a better view of it from this angle.
The referee could not have been better placed, could he?
Exactly. I'm surprised he's taken no action there. Casemiro
He may be taking action, yeah. Name noted. Nice turn from Fernando Torres. He's sitting on 99 goals at the moment. how much it would mean to him to score his 100th against the old enemy. Marcelo. Got a second stab at it. Wanfrau. Cheeky back flick from Wanfrau. Willed on by Simeone on the touchline. Repaired that Torres fell over the ball. Ramos. Minutes gone in an energy-packed Madrid derby. There's Navas. Godin to Modric. Modric was chased every step of the way by Antoine Griezmann. The referee isn't producing the card unnecessarily, is he? He's officiating the game very wisely, like Martin Atkinson tried to do today at Goodison Park.
You might not agree if you're Casemiro.
There was a great leniency on that challenge on Casemiro by Correa. I wonder how long it is before Casemiro bites back. Referee's given that free kick for a raised foot, something they're very hot on in La Liga. Little jog from the halfway line for Varane and Ramos. Cruz. Carvajal. Isco. Now Casemiro. Modric. Comes off his own man Varane. Modric again. Isco. Ronaldo. His first chance of the game is spooned over the bar.
It's interesting to watch Atletic Madrid. They're getting bodies back behind the ball. They're closing down high up the pitch. Is that fantastic? But when they get dropped deep and everybody is back behind the ball, they don't actually go out and confront players. And that's allowing the likes of Isco and Modric, Kroos to get their heads up, to find a teammate. Try and find an incisive pass into the likes of Ronaldo and Benzema.
Simply does it. Ramos has learned from his two earlier mistakes. Thiago, there's Varane. Jimenez. Well, he has developed into a world-class defender, Jose Maria Jimenez. Big lad, still only 20 years of age. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Picked up for a bargain, €900 from Danubio 2 years ago. Cruz asking a lot of Marcelo. And of course, there's a book running on who's going to replace Brendan Rodgers at Liverpool. Simeone must be the most eligible of coaches in European football, but he's happily married at the moment to Atletico Madrid. A relationship that has developed over the past 4 years, a team which is built in his image. And of course, he's one of the greats at the club as well, part of the double-winning team in 1996. Nobody likes going into a tackle with Simeone. Nobody likes facing his Atletico Madrid side. Driven just like him. Torres, the Real Madrid hero. Benitez just on the edge of his technical area, adjusting his players. Torres is away, he twists and he turns. Bad news is behind him, there's an offside flag.
It's important he makes that type of run, and he continues to make that type of run because it stretches defenders back. Not too sure. Danny Carvajal on the opposite side might have been the one closest to playing onside. Torres. If he stretches defenders back towards their own goal, there's a little bit of space for Griezmann and Correa. It's an important job for Torres. Not as important as scoring an equaliser, but it's certainly an important job. He's leading the line for Atletico.
Well, friends reunited, isn't it? Fernando Torres and Rafa Benitez. Rafa persuaded Torres to move from his beloved Atletico to Anfield. £25 million was the transfer fee. What a bargain that was. Modric. There's Carvajal. One's like a caged lion. The other sits back in retreat and chats with the backroom staff. And you saw Rafa clutching a piece of paper. I'm sure that on that piece of paper there will be a routine for a situation like this. Ronaldo stands over the ball. It's his trademark flamboyant run-up. I don't think even he is going to try to score from here, is he? It's acute. There's a three-man wall just in case. It's Ronaldo. He was close. Player who never lacks confidence.
I was just going to say that to most players looking from that distance, although there are occasions when the further out the better for Ronaldo. He can manipulate the ball, get so much movement on it. Cannot hit the target on that attempt against All Black.
You'll give me a statistic later on how many times he scores some free kicks, won't you?
It's not many nowadays, but we do remember the spectacular ones.
Benzema digging in, giving to Marcelo. Black has been the quieter of the two goalkeepers. He just saw that Benzema header flash past him in the 9th minute of the game. Varane wins the ball, squeezed through to Ronaldo. Referee acknowledges there may have been a foul, and that's got well to take the advantage. He's not having any of that though. Angel Correa is no Angel Correa.
And he gets away with the first one, and Carvajal, the referee allowed Real Madrid the advantage. And he tried to make a challenge on Ronaldo, and there's a foul, a yellow card. Carvajal struggling. There's the challenge from Correa.
Well, it's problematic for Real Madrid because Carvajal appears to be self-prescribing that he needs a stretcher.
I imagine if Arbeloa would be the replacement.
It's an early blow for Rafa Benitez. And Carvajal is due to, of course, join up with the Spain squad, one of our European qualifiers this week. You can see the offering there. Republic of Ireland home to Germany, Scotland, Poland. Big game for Northern Ireland against Greece. And on Friday we have that Spain game against Luxembourg, and it looks like Carvajal will not be one of the Real Madrid representatives in that squad. Wales go to Bosnia and Herzegovina. That's on Friday night as well. This is a big blow to Carvajal and to Real Madrid and to the Spanish national team. He's asked to come off. He's covered in a blanket, but they appear to be just holding the change of personnel.
He seems to get up after that challenge. I wonder whether it's a muscle injury that's been on his mind for a few minutes prior to that challenge.
There was a long medical consultation. He looks ready to come on. No further out below. Atletico are angry that Real are taking their time here. Carvajal is going to play no further part. And Alvaro Arbeloa, the Real Madrid veteran, comes on. Did score a goal against Atletico 5 years ago. One of his rare goals. Marcelo. Benzema. Antoine Griezmann. Sergio Ramos, who's the most relieved man in Madrid at this moment in time after his mistake led to the penalty. Closed that one up. That certainly wasn't handball by Jimenez. Here's Modric.
A bit patient as we approach half-time. Atletico in terms of winning the ball back quickly, giving away 2 or 3 fouls in quick succession. Which will be to the liking of Real Madrid, just killing the game and slowing it down before the half-time break. Particularly now they've had to make a substitution.
Casemiro. Benzema. Marcelo. To Cruz. Real happy to play keep ball and frustrate the home side. Ronaldo. Marcelo. Ronaldo on the blind side. Well, he's not at his sharpest tonight. Isco. Now Benzema. Good reading of the situation by Felipe Luis. Cruz back to Rafael Varane. Sergio Ramos. Marcelo. It's interesting, it's like a game of chess at the moment, isn't it? Real just moving their pieces around the board slowly. Atletico happy to just play a defensive tactics.
One or two of the Atletico players do look at odds though with the tactics, because some are asking their teammates to push up. And Thiago and Godin in particular, who are the organisers, who are the leaders of the team. They want to be more assertive. They want to be high up the pitch and not allow Real Madrid easy possession, because they are behind.
There's Marcelo. Cute ball. Ronaldo's onside. Ronaldo is blocked by Thiago. Just a single minute. And Thiago's everywhere. The number 5 getting back, blotting that out. He's the man who made the penalty happen. Cruz dips it to the far post. Dominant goalkeeping by Oblak.
Right play from Real Madrid, quick set piece. Caught Atletico Madrid napping, allowed another cross into the box. Good punch from Oblak.
Real Madrid frustrating Atletico by waiting for Arbeloa, who's their nominated thrower, to stroll over to take it. And Correa. Griezmann. Jimenez. And maybe rushes the clearance, and a curbed reaction from the Atletico supporters on possession and chances. It's been pretty even so far, but Keylor Navas made a tremendous save from Antoine Griezmann, and Benzema took the one chance that was offered to him in the first half. It's a cracking game. Half-time, Atletico 0, Real 1.